And then so me know share Jumadia ya today say 40 mate selection. 40 mate selection. Relationships are who don't be brave or why. As soon as they actually must say, aya, ye shall say, ya bo once a puncture a wade no. Car be a tremune or puncture. A your how can see pass a car no into me and could do a 40 mate selection. One of the challenges we have found with marriages, most marriages have fault. Marriages have developed some punctures that doesn't permit the marriage to go into a successful end. I heard of a story of a policeman who was guarding a particular gate. When vehicles were passing through the gate, he would check the vehicles. But a particular vehicle came. He didn't check them. But as the driver was going, he was asking himself, what does this man checks at the gate? What makes him think very quickly that I don't have a problem? What informs him? What clue does he look for that makes him think that this one can go? You must also have a clue. You must also have something you look for upon which you can say this is a good one. If you don't have these things with you, if you don't have them, at your fingertips, even if you are actually making a mistake in a relationship, you will never notice it. Some of the relationships we have seen with young men and women have a fault. 40 mate selection. What makes your relationship faulty? I am going to send you through these things, and if you make a point to study these things, it will be very useful for you. You will avoid the mistakes, and you go and have your success. When you come to me as a counselor, these are the things that I'll be using to find out whether you'll be at risk, whether your relationship is going to be in trouble. And these things are the guiding principles, the things that I will be using to guide you. I learned this thing from a certain great counselor I read about. His name is Neil Clark Warren. He has outlined 7 principles that makes you think or makes you see that this relationship is faulty. I'm going to let us go through these 7 principles, and you will never regret you listen to it. You will never regret you watch this video. What are they? Let us look at them one by one. Number 1, when the decision to get married is being made at too early in life. If the decision to get married is being made very quick, when they come for counseling and you ask them, what are your plans? Oh, we want to marry the rest of our lives. The word you used, rest of our lives, you are saying that you are going to live in a marriage and the two of you are going to go through sickness together rest of your life. You are going to go through hardship together. That's what you mean when you say forever. That is what you mean. But if a guy is making a decision very quickly, if a lady is making a decision very quickly, they meet you today and the next morning you are deciding on marriage. Somebody sees you at a restaurant and he says he loves you. You are going to make a lasting relationship. I'm telling you, because the decision to get married has been made very quick, your relationship is going to have a puncture. It is faulty. Why? Because this guy who has met you today doesn't really knows you very well. He doesn't know you. If you have met a guy today and he says he loves you, please allow time. Allow time to elapse so that two of you can have enough moments of studies. You can study yourselves very well. If you never did this, but you quickly accepted a proposal, or you quickly laid your proposal to a lady, you will be surprised. Majority of guys Just meet some people in life and they will drop their proposal. I'm telling you, if you drop a proposal immediately, very quick as you meet a lady, some of the ladies will turn you down. And you have to do a lot of work for them to accept you, because a lady will ordinarily tell you, I'm going to think about it. Give me some time to ponder it. That's when they are going to actually nose your affairs. They are going to look through how you behave, the things you go through, the life you live. So books have advised that it is very good to be a friend before you pass a proposal. If your decision for marriage is being made very quick, it is a sign that your relationship is going to be faulty. Number 2, when the decision is made at an early age. Dr. Neil is saying that if a man or a lady is young, the relationship is going to have a puncture. Research has shown that most divorce cases happen as a result of young age. And you will see that if you look at the research material, you find the age bracket within which most divorce people are found for marriages. They are between the ages of 20 and 25. If you are so young an age, your ability to think through the decision you are making could be impaired, because you are not actually looking at things with kind of reality. Majority of us think that when we go into marriage, troubles will be gone. You think that, the romance you see, the way you lay your hand at their neck, you move together in town, you go to market, you dine together on a dining table. It is going to be so all the time. At times, if you ask and look at how people are going through in marriages, they will tell you, sometimes the dining table, you will never even use it. You watch the film, the next 1 hour, they have solved the problem. And you think that is just how marriages are. I tell you, you are making a very big mistake. If you are too young an age, it wouldn't be good you decide on marriage. One of the researches that was conducted by the American Psychology Association is saying that it is very, very good for a man to grow a bit older before you get married. The best age they have said is within the bracket of 28 and above. If you are below these ages, there is a higher tendency you may not think through things properly. You may be asking, how old should a person be before they get married? A person must be able to earn a living. You must be able to actually take care of yourself. You must be able to, take care of a woman before you decide on marriage. Number 3, the third point for what makes relationship faulty. When one or both are too eager to get married. This one has also been found to be one of the biggest problems of most relationships. Sometimes when they come for counseling and the counselor is pointing challenges that could be showing up in the course of time. You see the guy has his hand is up. He is going to explain away the observation the counselor has made. Yes, I understand what you are saying. We even have decided to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if the problem starts to crop up. Very good. But you will find that in reality, when the problems really starts to come, you will even forget the things they were given to you in the course of counseling. They are too eager to get married. No advice would they ever listen. Mother will tell you, father will tell, friends are telling you, your pastors, your counselors will help you think through what you are going to do. But sometimes they seem to be looking at it as if you, the counselor or the man of God or the parent, doesn't actually have interest in what they are doing. I tell you, most of the time, it isn't because parents are not interested, but because they want you to actually think through the things. Number 4, when both or one of you is choosing the life partner to please someone, majority of relationships have come because father said it will be good for you, because mother said it will be good for you, or a pastor introduced you to a certain lady. Personally, you haven't really studied the guy. You haven't really studied the lady. But because of the introduction, because of what others are telling you, what about your personal observations? They are saying it. What about whether you wouldn't be able to actually manage it? I remember a friend of mine visited one of our pastor friends, and the pastor introduced a lady to my friend. The lady was such a nice woman. The very first day the pastor introduced the lady to my friend, she was in mesh. The hair was all made of mesh. So my friend told the lady that I don't like mesh. I want you to keep your natural hair. That's what I want. My friend traveled from where the pastor is, came back home. The next time he visited the pastor, the lady came and he was still wearing mesh. She still had a different style of mesh on the head. That was it. My friend was not interested to do this marriage to please the pastor. He also had to look at his own interest. If you are marrying for your mother, if you are marrying for your sister, for your brother, you will make dangerous mistakes. I know a lot of ladies who accepted guys because a pastor introduced. If I introduce a guy to you, if I introduce a lady to you, the rationale is that steady yourselves. If you think it will be good for you, then you move into it. I only introduced you, but the decision to get into it is yours. You are the only one to get yourself out or decide you are going into it for marriage. Majority of us are doing marriages, deciding on ladies or guys based on the fact that we want to please someone. There are conditions, there are situations that a lady is doing that just because a guy just left her life and a vacuum has been created. Psychology call it rebound. Because there is a vacuum that has been created, a lady just left, a guy just left, and I feel lonely. I have to fill this vacuum. And they are nosing everywhere in town for a lady, for a guy. Let me tell you, if you just left a relationship and in the next 1 month or two, you have found the angel of your life, your relationship has a puncture. It is going to be faulty. You have set it up for divorce. Why? Because you wouldn't have the time to resolve the past situation you went through. You haven't learnt your lessons very well. And there's a higher tendency this one will also fail. I am telling you for a fact that this man who propounded these 7 principles that can guide you to take you away from a relationship that is faulty has done psychology, has practiced counseling for the past 25 years. I don't need to practice psychology for 25 years before I will also go and gather these wisdoms. This man is telling you, if you are doing it to please someone, you are going to have a problem. Some of the guys will just want to let the other lady who left his life, some ladies want the guy who left her life to feel that she is hot cake. You see, I am hot cake. You see that you left my life and in the next few days, I have gotten another one. I told you. You could feel you are making a good decision. But I tell you, majority of the marriages, they go there and their eyes are still looking back to the lady they left. Sometimes a week to the wedding, they will call and call and call and call to the lady they left. And they will sometimes confess the full truth to them, just that they won't tell you. You have made a mistake. But the wedding date has been set, they have bought all the things, and they go into it. Only to go there and live the whole of their life in sadness. Throughout. But I believe that if you have a challenge of that sort, and you can seek professional assistance, you will always come back and enjoy your marriage. That is the fourth point. Number 5, unrealistic expectations. Most of our guys know the way my guy is earning money. When we get married, we wouldn't have problems with money. Some think the way they are treating them in the course of courtship. I need this, you get. I need that, you get. You want this, it is there. They think the same kind of flow is going to be there all the time. Don't forget, time changes. There are seasons in life. When there is a dry season, you don't run away. When there is raining season, you don't run away. All of them are part of the life we are living. Unrealistic expectations. Most of the people think that when they go into marriages, their husbands will never leave them. Most of them even think that when they go into marriages, they are going to give birth straight away. As for me, the way I like ladies, only for you to go into marriage and find that it is not sometimes just the way you see it. Unrealistic. The reality is that a lot of work goes into marriage. Some ladies think that when they marry, their problems will be solved. Some guys think the same. Some even think that as for this guy, and I get married to him, all my troubles are gone. It is a big lie. The full belief is that you must be real. Majority of them, they will tell you problems upon problems. If you are not realistic, if you don't face life squarely, but you run away from them, I tell you, it will be bouncing back one by one. One by one. One by one. Problems of life might be solved before you can peacefully go into marriage and enjoy it. Number 6, unaddressed behavior problems. Some guys, some ladies have behavior problems they have not addressed. You know your mother has been saying you are lazy. Your mother has been saying you are armstrong. You don't open arms to people. Your pastor told you. Your friends have been saying that you frown too much. The kind of comments they are passing to you, if you don't take it very critical and actually change, your wife, your husband will be saying the same thing to you. Some people have behavior problems. And if you have a behavior problem you don't correct, you will repeat it in your marriage. Because it is a learned behavior. A learned attitude. You have learned to do that. And it is going to continue. Behavior, if you don't change into it, your marriage will not be a successful one. I'm telling you, if you have a behavior challenge, people have been commenting, you hear them every day and night, you don't work on it, you cannot go there in marriage and have it done. Solve it before you go there, else your relationship has a puncture. It is faulty. Number 7, when the experience based is narrow. When your experience base is narrow, if a guy hasn't actually learned so much about women, if a lady has not learned so much about guys, I tell you, you marry them, you are going to be in trouble. Imagine a guy whose mother died earlier in life, and this guy has lived with a father all of his life. How is he going to be able to handle women? A guy who lived only with the father, how is he going to handle women? A lady lived with the mother throughout. How is he also going to be able to do that? I'll see you again next time. God bless you.